Oh, that's
There
oh.
we go. So I missed all that beginning part, but um, this is absolutely a message for your daughter. Is
Mhm.
exactly what you were telling her, that when you say thank you for bringing it to me and you let go of when, you're like, thank you for bringing me a message when I need one, son. Thank you.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Oh, sorry, Siri's listening to me. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Sorry. That's what I mean. The universe is always listening. There is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. The fact that that
Mhm.
just happened is literally a message. It's literally your
Mhm.
son is saying that the message that he has for his sister is that the universe is always listening. And when you're saying, please, 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 you're pushing it away. And so you got to say thank you for it. And the second that you say thank you for it, boom, it manifests in, which is what you were just telling her. So he manifested this right now, today, for you to prove to his sister that that's how it works. And to
Mhm.
prove to you that now you're on the right road. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah. And you know what happened?
What?
I've been asking for a different job for a long time. I did some schooling. I've got two more classes to finish for my degree.
Yeah.
And I've been applying everywhere. And I got an interview for tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so excited. That's
So,
awesome.
hoping.
See, I'm telling you, your son is like pulling all kinds of magic tricks on the other side.
Mhm.
Now that you understand that you ask and let them line you up. But sometimes they'll take you to a place that you're not meant to be because you can see better from that angle. So then you can get to where you need to go.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
But here nor there, he's a master of synchronicity because he got a message to your daughter and to you today in the same day, and I didn't even know it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Mhm.
Huh. Okay, so let's see what else he's like. That's for my sister. Now let's connect to you and I and see what he has to say. And then we're going to get to some more messages here. I know I've read for everybody here today, and I love that because I can skip the whole, this is how it works, blah, blah, blah. Let's just do it. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Aw. Your son is just like so cute. He's like wrapped his arms all the way around you. He's like, Mama, I love you so much. He's like so proud of you. He's showing me my symbol for pride. He's showing me all the changes that you've made recently. He's also giving you a bouquet of roses. I'm like, what is this? Oh, Valentine's Day. Duh, it's tomorrow. This is his Valentine's Day
Yeah.
present to you. He's like giving you chocolate and roses. Slow this down. That's exactly. He's like, Mom, this is my Valentine's Day present to you. I wanted you to know that I've been hearing everything you're saying and that you're not only are you praying for a job and things like that, you've also been praying for your daughter. So he wants you to know that he heard all of your prayers and that he's answered them all two in one. He wants to show you that he's the master of synchronicity so that you don't sweat the small stuff and you just let him guide you along. Is this your third job interview or your third? What does he show me? Three
I
around the
don't
job
know.
interview.
I don't know.
Has it been 3 months, 3 weeks? Like, how long have you been out of work?
Oh, I still have a job. I just want a easier job and a better job paying job
Got
and
ya.
closer to home.
I feel a three around it, and I'm not sure what that means. Oh,
My son's birthdays was February 3rd.
got ya. Got ya.
My other son.
The one that's still here.
Yes.
So that's part, okay. So two messages in one here. When you said the 3rd of February, he's like, yes, happy birthday, showed me a rose. But he's also showing me still the three. And I can feel it has something to do with time or something. So I was like, what do you mean, three, three,
Oh.
three? And so then he showed me the calendar, March. So there, if you don't get this job, it could be March that comes in, or there could be something about March and the alignment. Like maybe you would start in March if you have to give 2 weeks notice or something like that. He's showing me
Okay.
March.
Oh, okay.
There's our last girl. He's also talking about how you've been feeling better recently, and I hear water running. Why am I hearing water running? Did you?
Oh my gosh. Um, so our water, the well went dry, and every month we were putting in it so we can bring water in from um this water place. So we've been doing that, and we've been figuring out the water pump. We thought our water pump went. And then once we got that figured out, some of our line froze. So then Sean said, "Oh, I have an extra hose here. We can hook it up." We just got water running in here, the house again,
Got
like on the weekend. So like we've been boiling water and stuff like to shower, like we bring it in and yeah.
So this is, see what I mean about specific, randomly
Mhm.
specific, but specific to what's going on in your life.
Mhm.
He's like very glad that's over with now, and just wants you to know that he knows about that. I feel like he tried to help with that a little bit. Sometimes they can't go against your anxiety. When you have a lot of stress around something, then you just get more of what you have. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it makes it difficult for them. But if you take your mind off of it for a little while and you're like, okay, you deal with it, I can't anymore, that gives them all the ability to come in and get it done. And it feels
Mhm.
like that kind of situation. Do you know what I mean? The second that you took your mind off it for a little bit, boom, synchronicity, alignment, and
Mhm.
it is
Yeah.
done. Mm. Awesome. He's starting to pull his energy back. He's like, Mom, this was just about letting you know that I'm watching over everybody and that I love you guys very much and that the best is yet to come. You tell my sister not to give up. She's got to focus on the He so loves her, I'm telling you. And he
Oh
feels
yeah.
like he owes her one. Um, oh, this is the young man. His sister found him, didn't she?
Yeah. Mhm.
Because he's like, I owe her one. When he said that, I'm like, for what? And then he showed me this scene. He's like, I'm so sorry for that. He's like, listen, I want to help my sister, but she's got to know that it's going to happen at exactly the right moment. So you tell her to go back and watch that live today. And then you can tell her to come here and watch this afterwards. I'll make sure I post this
Mhm.
one on YouTube and
Uh,
make sure that she knows that rejection is protection. He sees
mhm.
everything that's going on. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. He gave her a ring. I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know if if somebody, is she dating somebody? Is she married?
She's married, but I don't know if something happened to her wedding ring again or something or
There's an issue going on with the ring.
yeah, one of her rings. I know that. I'm not sure if it's her wedding ring
I love that. I
or
don't
her
love that
ring.
there's an issue going on with the ring, but I love that before he pulls his energy
Yeah.
back, he's like, by the way,
Yeah.
I know about the ring. I know about the ring. So this is again, tell him thank you for fixing this for me and let it happen. Don't stress. If it doesn't happen on your timeline or on her timeline, just know it will happen. Breathe.
Okay.
Because look at everything he just pulled off here tonight.
Mhm. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay.
No, he loves you so much. He's like, thank you for wishing me a happy Valentine's Day, Mom. Thank you for talking to me tomorrow. Know that he's hearing your prayers. This is him just like kissing you everywhere as he's pulling his energy back. Aw, I hope that was helpful, hon.
Oh, it was. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, Tara, I got to go to you first because your young man's energy that's here with you. I don't know who this young man is. He's a little insulted. I don't remember him. I must have read for you before. He's really messing with my head tonight. Let me tell you, the second that you sent me that email, I've been have you been having brain fog lately?
Yep.
Yeah. He told me by
I
making me
can't believe you even use that word. It's crazy.
Yeah, because he made me start experiencing brain fog. You know how I knew it was from you? Because you're the only person that sent me or that got your ticket through email transfer instead of just on this site, which is totally
Yep.
fine. No big deal. But when I went to deposit it, I had brain fog. I tried to put the answer to the email transfer as my password, and my bank kicked me out and said, no, you have to go out and try again. And I'm like, what do you mean? This is the password. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh shit, excuse my language. And then he's like, yeah, isn't that fun to live with? That's what she's been going through. And I was like, oh, okay, got it, dude. Thank you for giving me clarity right now, though. So then I'll, I can actually get there. Who is this
Yeah.
young man to you? There's a lot of love, and it's almost Valentine's Day.
Well, it's probably Brent. I don't know if I'd say young, but
Sorry, sometimes you say a name and stuff, and it kind of triggers a memory, and a bunch of information starts flowing in. I think I remember who you are. I've never seen your face, though, have I?
I don't think so.
I don't think
No.
so. Awesome. Okay, because as soon as you said that name, he showed me this, my symbol for the breaking of an addiction. The breaking of an addiction.
I'm
And then-
over a year sober now because of you.
Aw. He's like, no, because
Yeah.
of you, dear, because of you. Something about feeling like there's almost a relapse. Slow that down. Let's do this connection exercise, because he's like, don't make me tell you how I died again. She already knows that. We already established you've read for her before. I don't want to do that again. I want to talk about how to help her get from where she is to where she's going. And there's a father figure he's bringing through as well. I didn't ask you who you wanted to focus on, but was it Brent?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your dad on the other side?
No.
His dad?
No.
There's a father figure coming through with him, so I guess we'll connect and see who this is. Very protective. He's got the shotgun. Oh, this is going to be an interesting reading. Ha! Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath, starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so the brain fog is thick right now, hey? Like massively thick.
Yeah.
Because as his energy comes in right away, it's like dramatic confusion. And I'm like, what is this? And then he's like stepping back a bit. Oh, you've been missing him a lot lately, haven't you? He wants me to remind you he's not gone, because your grief around missing him prevents you from feeling him now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let me say that again. Your grief missing him in the past prevents you from feeling him in the present. You've heard me talk about distorted energy before, right? Distorted energy, when we have pain, grief, and trauma around somebody's passing, it makes it trickier for us to connect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of what you're experiencing, the brain fog, is you are literally experiencing a manifestation of that distorted energy. The dead speak symbolically.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a son?
Yeah. Yes.
Because he put the white blanket around your son, showed me the pinky finger, which is my symbol for having more mothering and nurturing ability in your pinky finger. And he's showing me how proud of you he is. He took the test put the test on the fridge, which is my symbol for doing better in school, achieving something, a big accomplishment of some sort. Do you know what he's talking about?
I think so. Yeah. Yep.
Is your son like 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there?
Yep. 9.
Because I'm seeing like a loose tooth or missing teeth.
Oh, he's always missing teeth. He's
This is
always losing teeth, it seems like every week.
slow this down, bud. See, you're not stuck. He said you're totally not stuck. He's showing me some writing. He's like, you just got to direct yourself. You just got to get yourself directed. Where do you want to go? It's funny because he's like, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? He's showing me the GPS, which is like, you got to tell him where you want to go. He can't deliver it until you tell him where you want to go. It feels like you're trying to make a decision. I'm seeing like 3 forks in the road. Do you know what he's
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Is this job?
Job, home, and I just made a decision in a relationship.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, that's when the guy with the shotgun steps forward. Ha! You just broke up with somebody, struggle challenge. You broke up with them. See, I don't know why you're coming to see me, but they do. And so
Mhm.
Brent didn't come alone. He brought, this has got to be a grandfather then. This guy's got the shotgun and he has a connection with the uniform because he's saluting you. And he's making me feel like he's a tough guy on the other side. I don't know if he's a tough guy here, but he's a tough guy on the other side. Do you understand that?
I'm trying to figure it out. I mean,
Is
I
your
got my-
mom's dad on the other side?
yes, yep,
I think it's mom's dad. Do you, and he feels like he's been there some time.
yes.
Slow this down. Anyway, he's like, you're digressing. Hello, forget about who the heck I am. They can figure that out after. What they need you to know is that, see, I don't know that you just broke up with somebody, but they do. So Brent stepped forward and he brought your very protective grandfather with the shotgun before you even told me that you're going through a breakup. And you're like, who's this guy? Why is he here today? I wanted to talk to Brent. Yeah, well, Brent brought backup because he knows what you're going through. And it's right before Valentine's Day. So he's showing up, just so you know, he's all dressed up. He wants you to remember how hot he is, and that never settle for less anyway, because that guy was not nearly as good looking as he is, and you can do better. That's what he said. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
He's giving you bananas. Why? What's with bananas?
I have a banana every morning,
Every single morning?
pretty much. Yeah. And if I don't have it, it doesn't feel right for my day. Started off that way.
So again, an extraordinarily specific detail of something that's very detailed in your life that I can't know. So that's just his way of saying, I'm here with you, honey. I'm here with you. You made a really good decision because it feels like there was information brought to you, or you finally saw things from a perspective that's like, you know what? No.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
And I wonder if it has something to do with childhood or something, like with your son, because he's like, I'm so proud of you. And then he shows me the pinky finger again. More mothering and nurturing ability in your pinky finger than some people do in their whole body. Were you protecting your son, or was it just a bad influence around your son?
No, it was just something he said that right after I mentioned my son, and right there it was just kind of like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be in that where if we feel unwanted, either me or, well, especially my kids. I have 2 boys. But
Got yeah.
yeah, so
So he said something about your kids, and that was, see, I can't know that. Brent knows that. So when
yeah,
you say that you went through a breakup, he's like, yeah. And I'm so proud of you because you're an amazing mom. He knew why you did that.
yeah, that was pretty much the tipping point right there.
He's like, that's okay. He was just brought into your life. Remember what I was saying right before? Well, I don't know if you heard the whole reading before you, but sometimes spirit can't take you from where you are to directly to where you want to go. Sometimes they have to take you a few steps before you get there. Sometimes, especially when we have dated a lot of broken souls in the past, and Brent is like, and he was very much, he's like, that's me, I was a broken soul too. And the thing is, when you've dated broken souls, then you have to learn what you want, because you used to want that broken soul. Now you are seeing that the broken souls just bring pain and things don't line up. And I don't want that. So every
Yeah.
relationship that you enter into teaches you a little bit more about what you do want and a little bit more about what you don't want. It gives you clarity so that you can ask and receive what you're actually asking for. So I want you to understand that this is a good sign that you had somebody in your life. Is this the first person that you've really kind of let yourself kind of like since
Yeah.
him? That's
Yeah.
okay. They're getting you ready to be ready. It's like you have to. Here's the thing. I was telling a friend of mine this not that long ago as well, because she's been single a very long time. And she's like, how do I manifest somebody in my life? And I'm like, you have to start telling the universe what you want. You have to focus on it. You have to know very dramatically, specifically who you want and what you do not want and what you will not accept. And then you have to put your focus on dating and put your focus on flirting and put your focus, like put as much time and attention there. Sign up for a dating site. Do things like that. And I'll be very choosy on the dating sites, of course, right? Be very careful.
Mhm.
That's why you have to know what you do want and what you don't want.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about that is once you get some momentum in the universe going, then the universe figures out, oh, she wants relationship. Okay, she's got love coming. Gotcha. She wants love. And then next thing you know, you're in the right place at the right moment at the right time. And there he is. You just got to get your focus going in that direction. Don't get your focus going in every time I love, he turns out like that. That's the message here is don't be thinking that. That's, I think, what's causing the brain fog is because this was such a positive thing for you in your life, but you're viewing it as a negative. And so if you think it's a negative, you will feel it as a negative. It's supposed to push you forward, but you're thinking about it in a negative way. So you're experiencing this back and forth tug of war for your mind.
Yeah.
Understand this had to happen to take you to where you want to go, and there is so much better coming. So it's just a sign that the universe heard you. It's hearing you saying, I want a date. It's like, okay, what do you want? I don't know. I haven't been in this restaurant before. Well, here, taste this. Well, no, that doesn't taste very good. Thank you very much. Okay, so what do you want? I don't know. I haven't tasted anything else. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that really much answers, because when I first started seeing this guy, it was like there was so many little, and like you say, I don't believe in the coincidences. There's so many little symbolisms that showed, okay, this guy needed to be in my life or whatever. And then I was always wondering, like, well, why am I getting these signs? It seems like this should be happening. But now I realize exactly what you're saying is, and I tolerated it for a lot longer than I should have, but I know now.
See,
So
I've learned the hard way too. You know, there was a situation not that long ago on my live, and you might even remember this person. Actually, now that I'm saying this, I can feel a string of familiarity there. So you might remember this person. Sometimes people are extraordinarily valuable in our lives for a season,
yeah,
but that doesn't mean they're supposed to be there forever because they can change on you. Their,
yes,
value towards you, the way they treat you, the way they respect you, the way, you know what I mean? That when that
yeah,
change, here's the thing. We have to learn to get up from the table when respect is no longer being served.
that's exactly what happened.
And that's what you did. So
Yeah,
this situation was brought into your world to remind you that you are stronger than you think. You've come so far now that you have the ability to leave a relationship before it's even truly, really getting going because you care more about yourself and those children and your sobriety than you do about trying to keep a man.
yeah,
He
yeah.
loves you so much. He's so proud of you. He's wishing you a happy Valentine's Day and reminding you that he's your Valentine's this year anyway. So make sure you talk to him and watch for the symbols tomorrow. He gave you coffee tomorrow. Are you stopping for coffee tomorrow?
No, but I always have to have, it's a coffee banana every morning.
I'm like, why are you giving her coffee? That makes sense to go with her banana. So he'll be sitting there with you tomorrow morning. Have you been getting up earlier as well?
Uh, yeah, I think, yeah, kind of, yeah.
And you've been
Like, I mean,
thinking about it a lot more, haven't you? Just the way you answered that. He's like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. You have kids in the morning. Do you get
yeah.
up like right around the same time they get up?
No, I get up a little earlier. Yeah.
At like half an hour earlier?
Probably about an hour earlier. Yeah.
He's saying even give it a little bit more. Give yourself a little bit more time in the morning.
And that's what I've been wanting to do too.
That's what I
That's,
mean. He's showing me thoughts. He can hear your thoughts. So give yourself that little bit more time in the morning. You're going to feel so much better. And then when you're feeling better, you line up with better. So, and as soon as you are very aware that the best is yet to come and you wake up every morning going, okay, show me what's next. What's next? The best is yet to come. And as soon as you do that, then that brain fog goes away. It's what you're experiencing is this back and forth. It's like my heart hurts, so then I go back this way, but the energy is supposed to propel you forward and get you excited. So that's what's going on.
I've been very confused. That relationship confused the hell out of me
It's called the
for the last,
kindergarten effect. It's called the
like almost
kindergarten
6
effect.
weeks. Yeah. So
Some things are very important in our life for a season, but that doesn't mean they're supposed to be there permanently, like kindergarten. It would be to the child's detriment to skip kindergarten, right?
yeah,
But that doesn't mean they go back every single year. That would also be to their detriment. We
yeah,
forget that in relationships sometimes. We think that, if I love them and they're important in my life, you showed me all the signs. You said he was supposed to be here. Yeah, this season, not forever.
yeah.
He's
Makes
thanking
total
you again
sense.
for the writing. As he's pulling his energy back, he's showing me the writing and the heart and thanking you. Did you write to him, or do you write to him all the time?
I write. Yeah.
Because he's showing me like holding them to his heart. Like it feels like he's got your letters, or he's got what you've written on the other side. And he's also showing me a ring. Do you have his ring?
No, no. It was actually brought up recently. I was gonna buy myself a ring.
For him.
Yeah.
Do that. He's like, tell me, I will send the money. You're just waiting for him to send the money. The second he sends the money, you're going to go out and do that. He knows. He heard you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He loves you so much. He's excited. He loves that coffee and banana in the morning. I'm telling you, his favorite time in the morning. I think it's become that's why, because you went from never being able to get up to getting up an hour early before the kids, and now it's your peace zone. He's so proud of you.
That's so true. That makes sense.
See, this relationship not only came in to show you a little bit about what you do want, a little bit about what you don't want, but it also came in to mirror for you how far you've come. Sometimes on our healing journey, it feels like we're not really moving at all. It's like, oh, this feels so, tedious. And it feels like it's
Yeah.
taking so long, and I feel like I'm not growing at all. And so then
Yeah.
a relationship like this comes in your life, and you can see how differently you would have reacted a year and a half ago and to how you are now. That's meant to show you how far you've come. Does that
That
make
makes
sense?
sense. Yeah, absolutely.
We said don't sweat it. They can see things you can't, and your grandfather's over there protecting you as well. And then I get here next. You just keep telling them, cross off your list, like add some things that you learned, what more is important to you on there, respect, adding, you probably didn't put on your first list that they have to adore my children. Now you have to specifically put that on the list. You have
Yeah.
to, you know what I
No
mean?
ex-baby mama drama.
Exactly. And let them line it up for you. You're on the right path.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That's what I needed to hear. Thank you so much.
You're
I really
welcome.
needed that.
Awesome. Okay, he's pulling his energy back. Have an awesome rest of your day. And your
You
grandfather
too.
just reminded you to ask your mom about the uniform thing and to know that he loves her too. It feels like he's been there a long time, and he just wants you guys
Yeah.
to know he's watching over you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too.
Thank you.
Claudia, I'm coming to you. You've got two people coming together. I don't know if these are grandparents or parents, but two people are stepping forward holding hands around you.
Yeah.
And they got the soul of somebody on the other side underneath of them as well. Is your mom on the other side, or is this your dad?
So my mom has severe dementia, Alzheimer's. She's still here, but there at the same time, I'm guessing.
Yeah. because I can
Yeah.
feel. So I love when spirit does that. They step forward, and right away they're showing me immediately that they have the soul, the younger soul with them. Feels like one of your parents. So if your mom is, this is what I love. I don't have to do the connection exercise. You guys get me. I can just jump right in. You know, you've probably heard me say before, when they're in a state of dementia and Alzheimer, their brain is half on that side and half here.
Yeah, definitely.
There's another young man here too. Who did you want me to connect to?
Oh, there's a lot.
Well, keep in mind, we have so much time here.
No, so I wanted my grandparents, and that was first off. I'm guessing the young man's Cody. We can go that way.
Who's Cody?
A coworker that I had.
Okay. So your grandparents are showing me we're together, we're together, we're together, we're together. They're showing me the holding of the hand. So they were either buried or placed together. They're also showing me that there's an anniversary or a birthday around the two of them that's coming up. Seeing MA, but I don't know if this is like May, June, maybe. Like I feel like I'm going towards the summer. Two days
Uh,
close together.
could be. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think Graham's birthday's in March.
That could be MA.
I think that's what it is.
But they also show me the two dates close together. So there's another important date around then as well.
My dad's birthday?
Is your dad's right after your mom's? Or whoever's in March?
Yeah, my mom's in April.
Got
My
ya.
dad's
See?
in March. Yeah,
This
March
is
8th.
why. This is why I see MA and I know it's coming up in spring and it's like all of the above, Tracy, all of the above. We got birthdays coming up.
Yeah.
Are you married, hun?
Yes.
Because your grandma's stepping forward and she's not really telling me how she passed. She's more interested in talking to you. I think I must have talked to her before. She's more interested in talking about you. She's putting the white blanket around you and your husband. She's showing me how proud she is of you. I don't know. Are you at a gym now? Are you at a gym?
No.
Did you just start a gym? Or have you been thinking of working out or something like that?
Yeah, I definitely think of getting in a regimen. I just signed up for a yoga class though.
Oh God. Okay. Cause she's like, I'm literally looking at you. I had to put my glasses on because I feel like you're in exactly like a gym or a studio or something like this. That's exercise.
Yeah.
She's like showing you that that's awesome. Is your husband there with you right now?
No, you're good.
Are you guys trying to have a baby?
Well, we just had one and I wanted another. Well, he's 3 months
Okay.
old.
Because she's showing me a baby and I'm like, you want me to say this? Oh, honey, congratulations. That's amazing. Is it a little girl?
A boy.
So funny. And you want another one?
Want them close together, so we're having the argument of when to start.
It's so funny. She just said you win the argument every time because he can't resist. So.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Aw, I love that. Okay, she's so no wonder she's like all endearing all around you. Watching over him. She's given you grape water. Has he had the hiccups a lot lately?
Yeah, he's got them a couple times, and then he had some stomach pain last night.
Ah, so that's why she's giving you grape water. I don't even know if they still use grape water. I haven't seen it in years.
I have it on my kitchen counter. It's still here.
Shut up. Okay, so she knows.
Yeah.
It's also showing you like a bib or something, like a gift. Did you just have your baby shower?
No.
I'm seeing like an assortment of bibs,
Huh.
like a gift.
Interesting.
And then the dog's like, that spiritual emphasis. Do you have any bibs yet?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I hear the dog.
You see what I'm saying? Every time we say it, they're like, beep, beep.
Maybe get him to wear it because he's teething. I have no idea.
Is he teething already?
Yeah, we're going through lots of school.
That's what, yes, that's exactly why they're giving you bibs. And
Yeah.
that's why they would be showing me, you've got lots. You were given gifts. And so they're
Yeah.
showing me all these bibs.
I do. They're right.
That's what you do when they're teething. Here's the thing. If you don't, honey, I'll tell you what, I have 4 kids. Is this your
Okay.
first little guy?
Yes.
Put the bib on, because if you don't, then that drool soaks into their chest and they get red and sore in here. So
Okay.
put the bib on and he'll
Okay.
be fine.
Perfect.
She loves that. Aw. Is he named after your grandfather? Somebody's doing this behind
Uh,
him.
So I picked the name Kane. He's named after Tyler's grandfather. That would be who that is. William is his middle name.
So the guy that he's named after is stepping forward as well.
Awesome.
I see a little girl though. Your grandma's showing me a little girl. Like I heard she's on her way. That's why I said, are you guys trying to
Perfect.
have a baby? Because I can feel like she wants the girl. She's on her way.
Yeah. We were always told boy first, girl second. Now I just can't wait for the girl.
Aw. Okay, your friend, she's going to step back and let your friend come forward for a minute here. He passed suddenly or dramatically, it feels like, because I can taste blood, which is tragedy. Doesn't necessarily mean there was blood there, it just means it was tragic and it just feels sudden, unexpected. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just feel like I can't breathe anymore. Like I can't breathe. I don't know if this is heart or just like I can't breathe. That's all I feel. I feel tingles everywhere. My face is kind of tingly, and then I'm on the other side.
Makes sense. It was a fentanyl overdose.
Ah, scratching myself on camera. That makes sense. It's interesting because he's making me feel like not a lot of people knew that it was that bad. People knew he flirted with it here and there, but I don't think everybody knew how bad that he was into it.
Yeah, he did really good hiding it.
He just wanted, this doesn't feel that long either, that long ago, the last few years, hey?
Yeah, exactly that.
Because he just wanted to step forward and say, congratulations, kid. And he's calling you kid. So is he older than you?
Not at all.
He's still calling you kid. Did you used to
That's,
call him kid?
yeah,
That's why I heard it that way.
because he called me mom.
Really?
Yeah.
And you called him kid.
Yeah.
So now he's calling you kid. Know that he's safe and at peace on the other side. And I feel a lot of regret for the way that I left the world. I think he had somebody close to him, a girlfriend or something like that, because he's showing me the female to the side. And he's just like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to leave that way. And it feels like it was right before an important event. Like something big was happening in his world a little bit later, or in somebody close to him's world. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen right then.
Yeah, it was my wedding.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Do you see why he would come through in a reading like this then?
Oh, yeah.
He's so proud of you. He's like, look at that kid. He loves him. Your son also very much is watching the spirits around him. Like I can see him watching them. Do you watch him watching them?
Yeah, between him and the dog, it's very awesome. I ask him who he sees all the time.
Your grandma is doting on him like crazy. Feels like she is like a baby person.
Yeah.
Aw, they're pulling their energy back, hon. They just love you so much. They're just like, he's so cute. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. The girl's on her way. You just enjoy where you are now because having them too close together is hard. I'm telling you right now, it's hard. And that little guy, he's going to have to share you for the rest of his life. Give him
Yeah.
some time to enjoy you for right now. Have you all to himself. And I telling you from somebody who had kids spaced far apart and very close together, I recommend at least 2 years because
Okay.
once they're 2 years, so that means you start trying to have a baby again shortly after a year old. You know what I mean? But at least have 2 years apart because you want them to be a little bit self-sufficient by the time you have a newborn that's attached to you 24/7. It will make your life dramatically easier. Trust me.
I will. I'll take that for sure.
They love you so much. They're pulling their energy back. And one last thing, did you lose a cat?
Nope, a dog.
No, I specifically have a cat, so I must be switching.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
yeah, Mary's like, yep, that's your cat, isn't it, Mary? Could be. Oh, I can't hear you, honey. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to take Christina's cat to the vet tomorrow.
Ah, it's Christina. It's your cat. So,
And she's not doing good. I might have to put her down.
oh, honey.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it. And then it's complicated. I feel bad for her.
See, the thing is that I love that I saw the cat first. I love that. Do you know why? Because your loved ones know what's going on in your life. Christina, do you understand? They know what's going on in your life. And so before I even connected to you, the cat walked into the screen, or I saw a cat walking around. So do you know what that tells me? Even if this cat can't be, if this body is not going to be able to be one that is going to be healthy, then this cat is going to exit the physical world, but they're going to come right back to you in a way, in another body that will be young and healthy and give you a very long time with them. Is she an old cat? Christina, you got to
Christina.
take your mute off, honey. She's like, let me light a smoke for this first. Take your mute off, Christina.
Where is she?
She's taking her mute off.
My father will return it all when he gets back from work this afternoon. Take it all up there.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, I don't want them taking nothing.
Okay, Dad.
Bad timing, hey?
That way it gets
Yeah.
signed for, you know what I mean? And I don't get billed for anything. I don't want to be billed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What tips?
Go to Mary first.
Okay. So the cat.
Oh boy.
Did you hear what I was saying about the cat? You might have not heard what I was saying. Or maybe I'll just wait. So
She said to go to me.
okay.
She's having a rough time.
I hear ya. I hear ya.
Oh.
It's one of those days, hey? So it's interesting. That would probably be why I saw the cat go to you first, Mary. Here's the thing, even if she misses some of this now, she's going to be able to come back to it and she's going to be able to hear
Yeah.
it afterwards, right? So this is
Yeah.
why I saw the cat go to you, because your loved ones know what's going on the other side, and they know that you're the one that's stepping forward to help out with this. So they're like, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a grandmother figure there and little Timmy, and they're like showing me, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Timmy love kitty kitty.
See, he's like, I got her. I'm going to take her home with me. And then
He's gonna have fun.
here's the thing, and it's not an accident she just came off of there right now, and it's not an accident that she's off of there right now. I'm going to try to say this quick before she comes back on, because your dad is not going to watch this after it's posted to YouTube, right? I don't think they want him to hear this part of it, but there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. The fact that we're trying to give her a message and there's no respect there's interruption, there is like, like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what that is telling me, and then the cat is going, there is an energy in the home of tension, and tense energy manifests, dis-ease manifests as disease after a while. But here's the thing, this I know about our pets. Our pets tend to leave the physical world before we make a big change in our life. Is this an older cat? Yes?
She is very old. She got her when Boo was little.
Okay, so this is the thing.
Her
She's an older
oldest.
cat. So if Christina is about to make a big shift in her world, if she's about to leave that tense environment, then having this cat, trying to find a place to take this cat with her would be too hard. So the cat has chosen to exit the physical world until she's in a better place. Once she's made that shift, the cat's going to
Yeah.
come right back to her. That's the way it works.
She loves that cat.
I know.
She got to see her recently. It was nice. I told her that she should probably, if she doesn't want to go with me, because I have a feeling of how it's gonna go. I had told her that she should say goodbye to Kitty Kitty, and she's just not acting right. She's like trying to eat table food. She never ate table food in her life. She's like seems confused, and she has this huge ball, like this lump, and it's like oozy, and it's like I just feel like she's slipping a little bit. I
Yeah.
feel like she's just gonna go any day. So I'm gonna tell the vet all this tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, you know, she's very old, my sister told me that I can do what I have to do. It was her cat. My ex had her for a while. This lump came out of nowhere. I visited him with my little, like, at least once a week, and, the lump came out of nowhere, and so I was
But
like,
here's the
"Oh, that's
thing.
not good."
It didn't come out of nowhere. Like I was saying when Christina was gone there, this is the universe is talking to you every day, but you have to know how to read the signs. This is a
Mhm,
spirit guide animal that knows that Christina needs to make this transition now. And
mhm.
making this transition from this environment to a new home to a new environment is going to be a lot easier when knowing that you don't have to bring Kitty with you right now. Now,
Yeah.
Kitty's going to be on the other side. She's going to be, healthy and free over there. And now, as soon as you are settled, Christina, here in the physical world, and you've made that shift, this cat is going to, I was about to say kitten, is going to make her way back into your world. And going to have another 20 years with you. But they need to go and get a new body because this one's breaking down and it's breaking down at exactly the right moment. Oftentimes, like I said, these are animals will exit the physical world right at the moment that you need to make that shift. And we both know you're on the edge and the verge of making that shift, right? Because they're trying to show you everywhere that the environment is stressful so that they can push you into a new direction. And so, what I love about this is that your grandma's just showing me the heart about how proud she is of you, Mary, and thanking you for stepping up like this. And that it's hard on you too. You've got a big heart. It's hard for you to do this. You're doing it because you love your sister more than you are afraid. And that is amazing.
I do love her, and I've gotten quite attached to her other cat, Tigger, and I have too many cats here, too many.
Tigger
And
feels younger.
Mavis was my cat. He seems a little younger. He acts like, come here, Tigger, come here. Baby Kitty came over here. Hi, hang on. This is Baby Kitty,
Aww.
but he's my baby. He turned out to be my baby.
Love them. I love
He's
cats.
the,
I have 3.
they all hate each other though. Her cats came to this house and it was war. War.
Cats are
They're
very
all like,
territorial. You have to do it a specific way. You have to put one in a room and the other ones roam the house. And then you have to
you
switch
don't
them.
got
You
space.
let the other ones roam the house and you put this one in the room. And you have to keep them separated like that for a month or so. Let them sniff each other before you let them interact. If you just put them in the same space together, they're going to go at it.
Trust me, I know. I wanted to do it that way, but we literally just don't have the space because we're like we just redid the bathroom. The bathroom's almost done. And then the back room downstairs is gonna be the kitchen because our kitchen is upstairs, because that makes sense. Um, and we have to make the kitchen that I'm in now upstairs into the girls' room. And so like our whole house is being reconstructed.
Now, when I'm seeing puzzle pieces, your grandma was showing me puzzle pieces, and I was just about to ask you if you were doing puzzles or something lately, because I keep seeing all these puzzle pieces. And then, as you're talking about the
Oh,
reconstruction of the house, this is what she's showing me: pieces everywhere, pieces, pieces, pieces.
yeah. Yeah. It's all over the place. We're dealing. We're dealing.
You're
But I
doing
can't wait
so
till the
much better.
kids. I'm
Is there
trying.
somebody's birthday is coming up or just passed? Because she's showing me the
M-
rose, and she's giving it to, I
m-
think, one of the kids.
Me and Christina just had birthdays. Mine was February 4th and hers was the 8th. Macy's was January 7th and Addie's is coming up April 29th.
I
We
think
got a
it,
lot of birthdays.
see, I remembered Christina's birthday. I didn't know it was yours as well. So there she's now that
It's
you're
okay.
here, she's like giving you a rose as well.
Thank you.
Set this down. All I see is Timmy sitting there playing with the cat, petting the cat, petting the cat, petting the cat, petting the cat. Just like he's like, Mom, the cat can't quite see me yet, but he's going to see me so much better on this side. It's my turn with the kitty. It's my turn. Like that's how I feel the energy.
Well, hopefully, I don't have any issues with the vet and hopefully everything goes well. I pray that it's not too expensive because I told Christina that I would pay so she could get Kitty Kitty's ashes back. And she goes, well, I'm going to put her right where she belongs next to Timmy. So she's
See,
already,
that's why he's showing me I get the cat now. It's funny.
Yeah.
I posted a picture not long ago about how our perspective when they pass, we're all grieving. And then if you see their perspective, they're all uniting with their loved ones on the other side, like, oh wow. So just know he's very excited about that. And they're so proud of you, honey. They're so proud of you for doing that.
Thank you. I'm sorry I'm sick, but I wanted to come anyway because I wanted to talk to Grandma and Timmy, and I wanted to tell Timmy thank you for my great birthday gift idea because I had a feeling that he was telling me to get something for Christina, and I really hope she did like it.
Ooh, what did you get her?
I saw this thing, I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw this necklace with a bee on it, and I felt like Timmy was saying, you should get that for Mom from me for her birthday. So I was like, okay. And then I ran into like another one and it had like a bee with a bracelet because when Timmy was in the hospital, she got him a little stuffed animal bee. So she associates him a lot with bees. And I felt like that was like his way of telling me to remind her, he's always with her. I thought that was a really cute idea.
That's adorable. So no wonder he keeps saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You
I
must
was
have a
excited.
young one. You must have a young one around his age, yeah?
Yes, she's 2.
Because he likes hanging out with the little one that's his age because he gets to play with her toys and stuff like that. So again, I'm seeing the toys going off when nobody's there. Like I can hear them go.
Sometimes, yeah. There's this one puppy dog that does not shut up, and she loves puppies, Macy, and it'll go ruff, 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 ruff.
So that's
And I'm
when
like,
he's playing with it.
and I can never find the off button. Never. When I go to look for it, I'm like, where's the off button? I can't find it. And I'm like, that's not creepy. And a lot of the toys that Macy has there's still some there that are Timmy's toys. We have a Paw Patrol ride on that she loves. She'll just whip that bad boy out and she'll be like riding it because she
See,
loves that
okay,
thing.
so there's the synchronicity. When I tell you guys they speak symbolically in synchronicity, now that other dog that's barking has nothing to do. That was not one of his toys, is it? However, the toy that she has, that's his, is Paw Patrol. It's a dog. So, but
Yeah.
it doesn't go off. So his way of saying, I know you got my toys, is by making the dog go off because he loved Paw Patrol. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
He
speak
loves Paw
symbolically.
Patrol. Me and Jim had gone out for our birthday for breakfast, and at the truck stop there was a bunch of Paw Patrol stuffed animals. Macy just went right up there and just grabbed them all. I'm like, Macy, we cannot get these. They're like $12 a piece. No. She tried to get all of them, and I'm like, that's got to be Timmy.
Yeah. That was Timmy lining you up at that moment at that time so that you will remember him and feel his presence. Because if you're thinking of him, it's impossible for him not to be there. He's there. So when they line you up with something like that that reminds you of them, it's just their way of saying, hey, I'm here with you. Just so you know, I came for breakfast with you.
I think about that little turd all the time. Macy will sit in her chair with she'll just do this little side eye thing. I was telling Christina about it today, and she'll go like she's being mischievous. Timmy used to do the same thing, and I'll think about Timmy when she'd be acting like that because she's doing something that I remember him doing, and I'm like, oh, you think you're cute.
Yeah. Aw, he's loving on her. He's loving on you guys. They're all loving on you guys. Just so you know, Timmy is with your grandma on the other side. Like, she's got his soul watching over him and giving him all kinds of hugs and kisses on that side. She's pulling her energy back, hon. Just so proud of you that you've stepped up and made some changes recently. It feels like your energy is a lot more positive. You've done some healing and some growing. She's very proud of you. Know that they're watching
Yes.
over you and they see everything going on. Aw.
Thank you. And it is funny that you say that though, because I bought my infinity hoop. It's like a weighted hula hoop for weight loss. Now, a year ago, almost to the day, like the 17th, I broke my ankle and I wasn't able to use it. And now I just started using it, like not today, but the day before, Monday. And it's killing me. But I'm positive, I'm happy, I'm like ready to lose weight.
It's growing you. It's growing you. Here's a word. Our words are very important. So make sure instead of saying killing you, I know it's just an expression, but you have no idea how powerful the words you use are. Use the words like, boy, did it stretch me out today. Boy, did it take me beyond my limitations today. Boy, did I grow today. Boy, did I learn something
Yeah.
today. Boy, did I ever impress myself today. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Change the word you're using. It'll help because if you keep using that word and say, boy, did it kill me today? When you're thinking, do I need to exercise that word? It kills you. It kills you. It kills you. It's in the back here. It's festering and you have no idea how much that plays in your self-conscious. So when you said that, she's like spinning you around, kicking you in the butt, which is my symbol for accountability and pride. She's so proud of you for taking accountability for your own health. Make sure you take accountability for your mental health too. And use the words that will prosper you and take you forward because she's like, I see it in the positive way. She's so proud of you for stretching and growing and learning and doing more than you ever thought you could before. That's not killing you. That is growing you. See the
Thank you.
difference? You're welcome.
I do like that. Thank you.
Okay. She's like, I got 2 more girls here. It's Grandma's Day, you guys. It's Grandma's Day. Christina, I feel like I need to start with you, though. Okay. Because I can feel the stress going on in your house right now. I can feel the tension. And she obviously brought it to my attention earlier in a way that obviously I can see, right?
Yeah.
But it's temporary. You do know it's temporary. Part of it is that there is a big shift coming in your world, and I can feel it. Sometimes the universe will repot you before you think you're ready. Do you know what I mean? That's what happened to me. God repotted me in this big house before I thought I was ready. I'm like, what do you mean I have to move? I don't want to move yet. I'm good. No. Have you seen the rents out there? Do you know I'm self-employed and a single mom? You want me to move now? Like, now's not a good time, God. It's almost Christmas. He's like, move. You're going. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're moving. Boom. When it's time to move, no obstacle will prevent you from getting there. And God will heat it up to make sure you don't stay somewhere that you're not meant to be. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Every day I get reminded.
What are you doing to find a new place? Have you been looking?
Yeah.
You say yes, and I feel some resistance in there.
Well, because I want to fill out the get on the list for the income-based housing because I think that would just work out better than paying
Perfect.
like
Have
a
you taken
grand.
steps towards that?
I haven't gotten there yet to do the
That's-
application, but I think I can do part of it online. So tomorrow I could do that.
Because here, this is my point, is that if you know this is where I need to go, but you're not moving yet, see what I mean? Then the universe is going to make you very uncomfortable where you are, so you have to move in that direction. Now, when I tell you, are you looking yet? And you're like, yeah, you're not looking where you want to go. There's a difference. When I say, are you looking yet? And you're like, well, yeah, I'm looking at what's available in the open market, but I'm not looking to that. I'm not trying to move there. Have I taken any steps towards moving where I think I'm going to go? No. That's why it's getting hot where you're living now, because what it's trying to say is that where there's a will, there's a way. You know, as you're going to find out in my book when it comes out, I was in a situation like yours after a tragedy, not quite as devastating as yours, but a massive tragedy in my world. And I had to go to a women's shelter. They have, I don't know about in the States, but I know here in Canada, they have second stage women apart. Say that better. Second stage shelters that are for women only, where you get your own apartment. It's like a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. You have your own kitchen, your own living room, your own space, but it's only for mothers and children. And you can stay there for up to a year or so. And when you're in there, you get bumped to the top of the list, the waiting list for city housing and low income housing. You transition from the shelter, which gives you a low income house, into low income housing. At least that's how I did it. Now, I'm not sure about the States because I don't live in the States, but I know out here, where there's a will, there's a way. So what I think is going on in your world, honey, is that it's time to start taking steps towards getting into your own place. And so you have to start taking steps in that direction. And if you don't start taking steps in the right direction, then where you are is going to get more and more and more and more uncomfortable, because otherwise you're going to miss your opportunity. And God's not going to let that happen. So he's going to make you so uncomfortable here that just like now, you're inspired to go looking tomorrow. You're inspired to take some steps tomorrow, so that when that house is ready, you will be in exactly the right moment, at exactly the right time, at exactly the right place. But where there's a will, there's a way. So if you can get up every day and say, show me the way, show me where I'm supposed to go, show me the apartment, show me the steps, help me take those steps. And it feels like when I'm saying that, your grandma's showing me that you have been praying a little bit. Part of the problem is that you've been praying, but you haven't been taking any action. So they need you to follow up with the prayers, because your prayers, they can't do it all with prayer. You have to follow up with action. Do you see what I'm saying? And what I want you to understand is the second that you follow up with action, it gets more peaceful where you are. Because if you're moving in the right direction, I don't have to stand behind you and kick you in the ass. See what I'm saying? Not me personally, but the universe. I see it as a mom. It's like if you tell your child to clean their room and they get up and they clean their room, perfect, done. You don't stand there and nag and harp and nag and harp and bitch them out and drive them crazy, do you? No. They just get it done. You leave them alone. If you do what you're supposed to do, then everything will get easier because you are taking the steps you're supposed to take. They don't want you to get comfortable where you are.
Oh, I'm not comfortable.
I know it's getting worse and worse every day. But the good news is that means that your house is almost ready then. You're experiencing what I call the 5-lane highway. Now, the analogy of the 5-lane highway that Spirit, one of the first analogies Spirit ever gave me, it's like this. Life is like a highway. Sometimes though, here's you're driving along on the far left lane. The far left lane is the fast lane, right? And you're driving in this fast lane and it's not very comfortable. There's a lot of traffic. It's really fast. And you're like, God, I don't want to be in this fast lane anymore. I would love to go to Joyville. Please take me to Joyville. And God's like, well, Christina, I'd love to take you to Joyville, but you're in the far left lane. You've got to make some changes. You got to go over here to the right lane so that you can get the exit. There's an exit for Joyville coming up in 5 miles, but you won't be able to reach it from the far left lane. And you're like, I can't change. God, are you kidding me? You see all the cars? No, it's not the right time. Like, it's not the right time. I can't make a change. I can't. Please bring the exit to me. I want to go to Joyville. I want Joyville. And so God's like, okay, well, if you're not going to make the change, then here you go. Boom, there's a big accident right in front of you, which is never comfortable. It's very scary. You're like, you spin the wheel to avert the accident. And guess what? Now you're like, what the heck, God? You just put this big accident in front of me? What the heck? He's like, you're right, I did, because you were asking for Joyville and you weren't willing to move. As soon as that accident was in front of you, you steered yourself over here. Now you're in the right lane and there's your exit. You're welcome. He's not going to let you miss your opportunity, even if Your head is not in the game. And what I mean by that is it's time to take some steps in that direction. No longer thinking about it. It's time for doing. And as soon as you start doing, the pressure will ease off. You don't experience an accident if you hear God say, okay, change lanes, and you go, okay, well, now instead of going, there's too many cars, it's too fast, it's not the right time, you say, okay, God, help me with this. If it's time to change lanes, make a way for me. Boom, a way will be made. Cars will open up and there will be a space and you can move through. If you know that it's time to get going in that direction for the house, but you're working too much, you haven't had any time off, you don't know when to do it, you haven't made time for it, and all this is happening, then you need to say, okay, thank you for making a way for me because I know I need to do this and I'm going to do it right away. And I need you to make some time and clear some space for me. The second that you ask him for what you need, boom, shows up. But he's not going to let you miss your exit. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's time. I'm telling you, you're moving by summer or even before. But I want you to look up possibly the women's shelters thing because it would not hurt you. Let me tell you this. One of the best things I ever did in my life was go to that women's shelter. You get your own apartment. You get low income housing. You get an environment where there's no men, which makes it so it's easy to focus on your healing. You get counseling. You get access to resources that you don't have where you are now. You get food, you get supports. Do you see what I'm saying? Please look into what other areas are available for you while you wait for your permanent house. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because the universe is trying to show you that there's another way. That's what's going on. It's not punishing you, I promise you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Timmy's he's like wanting to reassure you about the cat now. Did you hear what I was saying about the cat? That you're about to make a big shift and that the cat wants you, Timmy wants you to know that he's going to take care of the cat until you make that shift. And once you're in a good, stable position, the cat will come back to you. Slow this down. Why does my head hurt? Have you had a migraine or a headache recently?
I've been getting headaches at work, yeah.
I want you to drink more Celtic salt or sea salt. It feels like your sodium's low. When your sodium's low, you get lots of headaches and stuff. So Celtic salt or sea salt, not table salt. And when I say drink salt, you're like, what? You just take a little tiny sprinkle and put it in your water. You won't even taste it. You don't taste it. But that tiny little sprinkle will give you all the electrolytes and take that headache away.
Isn't there electrolytes in Gatorade or no?
There's also an enormous amount of chemicals that defeat the purpose, plus red dyes or all these dyes that are even the worst poisons for you in the entire world. So yeah, there might be electrolytes in there, but
Well,
if
I guess I
you
should
can,
go back to water.
here's the thing, you can put electrolytes in antifreeze too, but that's not going to make the antifreeze healthy. See what I mean?
Yeah.
An antifreeze apparently tastes sweet. Don't drink it, it's still going to poison you. No offense against Gatorade, don't sue me. It's just that there's a lot of chemicals in there and I know too much and I can't say much more than that. But I will say that it will defeat the purpose if that's what you're drinking. And that could be one of the reasons why you're getting headaches. If you drink salt water, water with some sodium in it, that will take the headache away. And
Okay, yeah. I've been drinking Gatorade at work.
yeah, that could be part of it, hun. That's why Timmy's giving you salt water. That, and you just need to go do something fun for a little while, hun. You're in a stress vibration. Everything is echoing stress. Everything is echoing. This is hard. You need to detach from that and go do something fun. Why do I feel like you received an invitation? Did somebody invite you out somewhere to do something fun?
Yeah, Sunday. Amy's best friend invited us to go do something. Us moms and boys.
Your what?
Amy's friend invited us to do something, us moms with boys, on Sunday.
God, yeah. See, this is Timmy's like, I did that. I did that. I did that. I helped align them. I helped Auntie Amy remind us to like bring you with us, Mom. Like they gave the idea to bring you with them and boo with them. For the boys too. I feel like it's for the boys. Like I know not Amy's boy, but Amy's friend must have a boy because I can see the two boys. It's like, oh, okay, they'll get along and you get to go out and everything
Yeah, they're
happens at exactly the right moment at exactly the right time.
they're best friends actually.
Got ya. This was aligned in your world right now, though, because you need it. You need to go and just focus on having an amazing time.
Yeah,
And when
well,
you,
ask him why work is like expecting me to like deliver packages like real fast.
okay.
Because that was crazy. Like I thought I was doing good. Like I want to cry. I cried that night. I thought I was having a good day. But then he was like, "What happened? It shouldn't have taken you that long to deliver whatever many stops I had." And I was like, "I don't know. I thought I was doing a good pace. I was like hustling the whole time." It just broke me. Like,
Know that that had more to do with him than it did to do with you. And the thing is that this is why you need to disconnect from the negative vibration, honey. Because you can have one thing going right in your world. No, let me say this better. You can have 99 things going right in your world and only one thing going wrong. And if your focus and attention is on that one wrong thing, everything else in your world will change to match that vibration. You have to take your attention off the negative, or else everywhere you go, you're just going to line up with feelings and people that match that. Let me tell you a story of exactly what I mean, okay? This is how God showed this to me. Long time ago, when I first started doing this work, and I finally, because like I said, I came from a women's shelter, right? And so by the time that I was on my own and I had enough money to take my kids out for dinner one day, I was over the moon in the best mood you could ever imagine. So we go out, or I say to my kids, let's go. Mama's taking you out for dinner tonight. My teenage son was not as happy about going out of the house for dinner because he was sitting there gaming with his friends. He's like, I don't want to go anywhere, Mom. I'm playing with my friends. I'm like, I don't care. You're going. Let's go. And so I take all the kids out, including my now grumpy 16-year-old son. We get to the restaurant and we get seated at a rectangle, just like this. And on this end of the table is the big glass window with big square panes of glass. I sat here. My grumpy son sat at the end of the table. My other two kids were sitting across from me. I'm sitting here and I'm gazing out this beautiful window and I am just gushing over the scene. I'm gushing about how beautiful it is. The scenery, it was the most beautiful reddish pink sunset. There was trees and bushes and a hill going down. It was so beautiful. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. This is the best day ever. And my grumpy son's sitting right here and he's like, what are you talking about beautiful? All I see is trash. And I'm like, trash? What are you talking about? There's no trash. It's like freaking gorgeous. And so we're in the same restaurant, same freaking table, different frequency. I was in a frequency of joy. He was in a trashy frequency. I got up from my seat right here and moved a few inches to where he was sitting. And guess what? From where he was sitting, which I couldn't see from my perspective because there were square panes of glass and one of the square panes of glass was kind of obscuring it from my view, but he lined right up with it. What he could see was a garbage bag stuck to one of those bushes, trailing garbage all the way down the hill. Thing is, I was in a great mood. So I didn't walk into the restaurant and say, hi, I'm in the best mood possible. Line me up with the best seat in the house with the most beautiful view, please. He's in a trashy mood. Make sure you line him up with the trash. The universe does that. So when he went out into the world, he's in a grumpy mood. He sits down into the chair that matches his vibration. When you are living in an environment that makes you feel stressed, unappreciated, overworked, all of those things, then everywhere you go, you are going to line up with people that see you that way and treat you that way because you're in a vibration. It's another way that the universe is saying, listen, you need to detach from that. And you need to surround yourself with people that love you and treat you with respect and that will appreciate you. And as soon as you do, then you watch. Everything else will shift in your world to match your new vibration. But Christina, this is happening because it's telling you to stop feeling sorry for yourself. And you have every reason in the world to feel sorry for yourself because you've been through a tragedy, knock on wood, that I would never want to go through. And I don't wish on my worst enemy. However, at this point in time, it's not going to help you get out of where you are. It's not going to help you move forward. You have to be able to detach from the pain and the frustration and focus on how much better it's going to be. That's what I did when I was in that tiny little women's shelter. I said to all of my kids, I was like, you know what, guys? I know this sucks right now and it's hard right now, but one day we are going to be over there and I'm not going to quit until we are there. So thank you for coming with me. Let's go. And that's what you got to focus on. You got to focus on that. And when you feel that your environment gets so thick and dramatic like it is right now, use that as a sign of the 5-lane highway. It's time to shift. It's time to move. And if you start asking, why is this happening? God will show you. If you are saying, this is terrible, this is horrible, I can't take it, it's killing me, it's breaking me. If you use those things, then it's going to get worse. But if you understand those things are meant to push you out of your comfort zone, to push you in the direction that you need to be in, then I'm telling you, when this is all over on the other side of this, when you're in your new space that is for you and Boo, and that feels so good and healthy and free, I'm telling you, it's all going to be worth it. You're going to look back and you're going to be like, thank you for pushing me. Thank you for not letting me stay comfortable somewhere. I know you're not comfortable, but you're complacent in your uncomfortableness, which means that you're not always motivated to get out of that uncomfortableness. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is getting you motivated. They have a way to get you ready to be ready, and they're not going to
Well,
let
I've been motivated. It's just, and every day at work, I think of it as a new day,
Yeah.
like new fresh day.
So that's awesome. Tomorrow's a new fresh day. And so tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to think about how exciting it is. Here's what I'm going to give you some homework. When you get up tomorrow, you're going to say, all right, God, I got the message. I'm going to take some steps. This is my plan, universe. I'm taking some steps towards getting myself in a new housing situations. Enough is enough. This is the action I'm taking. Write it down step by step, what you need to do, and follow through with that. The follow through with that is going to make you feel proud of yourself. It's going to make you feel like it's getting closer. It's going to take you out of that vibration instantly. That's what you got to do. And then go have fun this weekend. Give it to God and say, you take care of that. And you know what? They're going to praise you at your work. That guy, he was just grumpy. He was having a bad day. And he needed to have somebody to like, to solve his reason. Or like he probably got yelled at himself. And so he's taking it out on someone else. You don't know. But what you do know is that you didn't do anything wrong. You can only drive so fast. Traffic is thick. You can only do what you got to do. It's not like you're sitting on the side of the road eating coffee and donuts, right?
Yeah, I
What are you gonna
literally
do?
don't even take a break.
Do you see what I'm saying? So beating yourself up for somebody's shitty attitude is not going to help you get forward. So let it go. Thank them for giving, thank God for showing you that you're in a negative vibration. Tell him and tell your loved ones to help you as you take steps moving forward and focus on the steps that you're moving forward. And I'm telling you right now, that vibration will change. It's just telling you it's time. It's time. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna let them pull their energy back. And I know you've been reading that book because Timmy's showing me the book. He's showing me reading the book. It's like almost like
Well,
you're reading it every day.
No, I read him that book though. I said, "Are you
Oh.
ready?" And I sat here at the kitchen table and I read the book to him.
So that's what I'm telling you because he's showing me you reading the book. So he was with you when you did that. But I heard every day because I think he likes it. So he wants you to keep reading it to him. Anytime that you
Oh,
need to feel close to him, you just sit down. You don't even have to be at the kitchen table. You could be in your room. He cuddle up on your lap. You just read the book and he know that while you're reading that book, he's on your lap.
okay.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna let him pull his energy back.
Thank you.
You're welcome, hun. All right, Amy. I've been dying to talk to you because last week, something
Hi.
your reading last week played in my head all freaking week. Sometimes spirit brings messages through, and I can't tell if it's their personality just messing with you or if it's the accurate truth. The last week, it was all about your boyfriend, whoever he is. It was his loved one that came through and was talking about the Super Bowl and said that the purple one was going to win and there's no purple team. That should have been my first freaking clue that he was being sarcastic, because he also said the 49ers were going to win, didn't he? And they didn't win, did they? It was close. He had you right up until the very end. It was his way of
Yeah.
playing with you. It was his way of playing with I think it was his grandfather, isn't it? His dad's still here.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, his dad's still here.
I'm telling you, it's his way of interacting, getting you guessing. Because the whole time, I heard something about overtime. Because I went and looked back because of that reading. I wanted to know, and so afterwards, I was like, "They didn't win. You said," and he's
They
like, "Oh."
almost had it.
He said, "I'm telling you, we had so much fun." He kept thinking, "You better be wrong, old man. You better be wrong, old man." He's like, "It's the first time I was included in that Super Bowl for so long. It felt so good." He was so in the room. Aw, your grandma's like, "Get out of the way, old man. You had your turn last week. This is grandma's turn this week." Either you've been meditating or thinking about yoga or something like this.
No.
She,
I've just been taking things easy.
because she's like showing me, she literally sat you down and she's showing me.
Oh, I maybe did some breathing techniques earlier. See, my father came by the house and gives me anxiety.
Yeah. I'm like, is this yoga, meditation? What am I seeing there? She's like, just tell her what I'm showing you. She knows what I'm talking about. That is hilarious. So dad just stressed you out.
Like a little bit. I had to get up, walk away, go breathe in my bathroom real quick. Came back out.
Is this mom's mom, guys?
No, it'd be my dad's mom.
There's another lady stepping forward, but she feels like around mom's mom. That's right. Mom's mom is still here. But this would be, it's not the first time she stepped forward either, is it? Great grandma.
No.
Because she's putting the blanket around your mom and her mom, the two generations. It feels like there's some health issues or some stress issues going on with your mom and her mom.
Yeah, mom has like stage 4 emphysema, real bad. And grandma, I believe, has dementia.
Ugh.
Well, not really, but they're both stressed out because of Uncle Henry and cancer, remember?
Oh, that's as well too. My uncle is also very sick.
They're showing me something about teeth. Does your great grandma, or does your grandma, your mom's mom, does she have dentures?
I don't think so.
I think they're her real teeth, but don't quote me
Me
on that.
too. Me neither. Like I've never seen her without them.
Because my teeth hurt and she took them out. She's like watching over her. I wonder if she's having some like tooth pain or something. Interesting. Slow that down.
Amy, mom was talking to me actually about her mouth hurting. She's grinding her teeth or something at night.
Yeah.
She didn't tell
So,
me.
so grandma's step, she did tell you that? You just forgot?
No, she had told Tina 'cause she didn't tell me.
What's interesting is I keep seeing her like waving these dentures around, like just take them out. Like this is so much easier. I think she must have had dentures. If your grandma or your mom here doesn't have dentures, then she's like, this is so much easier. Like you should just do this. Slow that down. She keeps showing me 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Don't beat up on yourself. Feels like about food or nutrition or something like that, like health, that you've been trying to take some steps forward. It's like 2 steps forward and then, I fell back a bit. I don't know. Is this Super Bowl? Did you eat too many snacks at the Super Bowl or feel guilty about what you ate around?
Oh no, I felt no guilt at all. I shoveled that buffalo dip right into my face.
Oh, love it, honey. She's like 2
I was
steps
like, yeah,
forward, 1 step back.
I was like, I'm eating this. I was like, I know I shouldn't, but I've been doing better and I deserve this.
So she's good with that too. She likes that attitude.
I'm trying not to stress about anything in life right now because stress is not going to be helpful and baby making processes. I'm trying not to overthink everything, but that's very hard when you're trying. Like every time I'm just looking, being like, oh, what's that? My period was insanely weird this last time I had it. Like the most irregular, weirdest pattern I've ever had. Everything's been pretty consistent up until like this point. And so I'm like trying not to overthink it or any of those lines, but it was really weird.
It's a good sign because the way that your cycle was before wasn't producing any babies. So when your cycle starts changing and starts cleaning itself out, then you're going to see signs like that. But that's a sign that there's change, that things are moving and changing. That's a
It
good
was
sign.
a way better period than I've had. It's like, oh, okay, thank God. It's not always gonna be that terrible.
It's getting
Terrible.
better and healthier. It could have something
Like
to
way
do
less
with,
cramps, way less cramps.
some of that has to do with too the food you're eating. Know that the food that you're eating has a direct result to how bad your period is. I know that because I experienced I used to have to go to the hospital for a day or two because I would have such bad pain that I would be puking the entire time from the nausea and the pain. And then I'd become dehydrated because I couldn't eat anything. And I'd have to be in the hospital having an IV for a couple of days while I had my period. Here's something I learned. When you have, I know this is so, sorry guys, whoever's listening, we're talking periods now. The magic pill for that. So, cause like I said, mine was so bad. The pain was so bad that I had to be hospitalized. The trick is called Robaxacet. Ibuprofen Robaxacet. There's 2 types. There's Tylenol, which is acetaminophen, and there's ibuprofen. The ibuprofen Robaxacet will cure all of that
Yeah,
pain.
no, it's the only thing that ever helped me was ibuprofen. Everyone's like, oh, take Midol. And I go, that may work for you,
That
but
doesn't
we're not
work.
on that level.
Does not work. Ibuprofen
No,
will help you this much. Robaxacet ibuprofen helps you this much. That's how
I
much
didn't really
better.
need, I didn't need any painkillers this last time.
That you've got some of those toxins out. Remember that fast you did? Remember
Yeah.
how I told you you cleansed some of that toxin out and then you ate some bad food and it like poisoned you again? What happens every time you do a fast? Today is day 5 of my fast. I still have 2 more days to go. Water fast only. What happens is as the deeper you go in a fast, the more toxins your body's cleaning out. I'm not even hungry anymore because my body, by day 4 or 5, the hunger's gone. Your body's just throwing junk out left, right, and center. And you can tell when your body has done some cleansing because you'll experience symptoms like what you had just now. Your periods get easier, they get lighter. You just are not you're not as poisoned as you were before. Do you take
I could definitely
melatonin?
tell I ate not good food because I definitely felt it, but it was worth it.
See, that's the difference too. Now you can feel the difference when you eat bad food, whereas before it didn't feel any different. Now you can feel the difference. See, that's a good sign. That shows me that you've got some of those toxins out of your body. Don't be afraid to do it again. Don't be afraid to do a 24-hour fast or a 36-hour fast. You don't have to go to 3 days. And so that when you eat something, see, that's what you did. You just refed wrong the last time because you took your fast to such an extent you didn't know that you had to do that. But if you just do a 24-hour fast and just eat one meal every day, you can either make your meal in the morning, every morning, get up, have a gigantic meal before you go out on your day, or you can keep it towards dinner. But the thing is, put 24 hours in between when you eat. And it will allow your body that chance to get rid of all those toxins and clean it all out. It totally cleans it out. And you'll feel it just like you're feeling it now. You'll feel more sensitive to bad food. You'll just feel so much better. So keep it up. And when you do eat again, you don't have to be as careful about refeeding. If it's only 24 hours or 36 hours in between times when you've ate, you can jump right in and have a big meal. It's not going to hurt you. You might get a little bit of diarrhea, but that's about it. But see, for me now, 5 days, and by the time I'm done 7 days, if I went and I just had like a big dinner right away, I would be sick and in the bathroom and huddled over with stomach cramps because my body has not used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the way that you break a fast, especially an elongated fast like that, is first of all, you've killed off all the bad gut bacteria in your gut after a 3-day fast. So you got to feed it good bacteria first thing you do. So yogurt, something with good bacteria, some bone broth, stuff like that. Give it a chance to settle. Add something like eggs with lots of protein, stuff like that. Give it a chance to settle. Then add some solid food to it. But if you keep
Okay.
doing that, honey, whatever is blocking you from being able to be pregnant, okay? Whatever that is, you keep doing those fasts and you keep working on, because every time you do a fast, now you're more sensitive to the bad food, so you will crave the good food more. Every time you do a fast, it gets easier and easier and easier to
Oh,
eat.
it's so much easier to pick a healthier option for lunch and stuff, especially at work, so that I don't feel so gross when I get back up from work
That's
after that
exactly.
break.
Every time you do one of these fasts, you feel so much better and you can make better choices. You don't crave that nasty stuff anymore because when you eat it, it makes you sick now. So you're like, oh, I really don't want that. And you start figuring out new healthy things that you never knew tasted so good. Why does this taste so good? It didn't taste so good before. No, because you were poisoned before. It's like if you're an alcoholic and you drink, 2 for a beer every single night, then 5 beer or 6 beer is totally not going to affect you in any way, shape, or form. But if you haven't touched beer in 2 years and you have a 2 for a beer, you're going to frickin' poison yourself. It's not going to
Yeah.
feel so good. Same thing goes with food. If you have distanced yourself from the negative food, the bad food, when you eat it, it will hurt you. But it didn't hurt you before, now it will. So don't give up on this. As you are like cleaning yourself out, your insides are dramatically cleaning it. That's why I'm doing this fast, is because this is how I made myself healthy. Because your body goes into autophagy, it starts getting rid of all the negative shit. It starts eating everything damaged, everything, unhealthy. My clarity of mind is off the charts. People are like, if you haven't eaten for 5 days, you should be like weak and tired. Do I look weak and tired? I'm probably more
Yeah.
awake this week than I am most weeks that I do these readings because they're at nighttime. So, but I'm not usually as awake as I am this reading because I have more energy. Because you want to see how much fat I have on this body? It's got a big tank to eat here. Lots of fuel in the fat tank, more than there is in the food tank, that's for sure. So I'm not hungry. So long story short, that period being a little bit different is a sign that you're going in the right direction. That's why I keep hearing 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Don't sweat the bad food, if you do something like that, just make it 24 hours in between when you eat food again, and your body will burn off the bad stuff. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to let them pull their energy back now, you guys. This was awesome. I hope that you guys had a good time. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing. I want to let you guys know for March, the live readings are going to be going 2 hours earlier. I'm going to be moving them to 3 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock. Just 5 o'clock is too late for me. It just makes me tired. It makes me have a long week. So we're going to move them to 3 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock.
That sounds super great.
So that's 5 o'clock for us then.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
way better.
Awesome. All right. Have an awesome rest of your night, you guys. Mwah.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.